Number 8.
Super Zach RNX is a young man who lives with a medical condition that causes him to experience frequent hallucinations, especially visions of shadowy figures around him. To manage this problem, he started wearing a GoPro camera around his neck at all times. If nothing appeared in the video, he would know it was only a hallucination and could calm himself down. One night, Zach suddenly became terrified because he believed someone was standing in the doorway of his bedroom. His girlfriend couldn't see anyone there, but Zach was so convinced that she eventually called an ambulance. While the paramedics tried to calm him down, then something unexpected happened. Take a look.
Let me go past it. They're not gonna let me go past it. Somebody's there.
We're right here.
I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not gonna let me go past it.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue.
Oh, good,
Someone's
good.
there and they're not gonna let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that?
Listen, there's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Thank
We're
you.
here for you.
Okay?
A mysterious object suddenly fell to the floor near the doorway, even though no one was standing there. About a week later, Zach's girlfriend suddenly screamed after claiming she saw someone inside their bedroom.
Hey, what's wrong? What? What? Where? There's nothing in there.
When Zach checked, the room was empty. Later, while Zach was in the kitchen during another episode, the curtain near the doorway began moving by itself. Have a look.
Stop bringing that up. Stop saying that. You always wait till now to say that. Whoa. Alexa, light on.
His GoPro clearly recorded the curtain lifting and dropping, suggesting that something unexplained might actually be happening in their home. TikTok user Appalachia Decay lives in a 200-year-old farmhouse hidden deep in the forests of the Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia. One quiet afternoon, she began hearing strange sounds coming from the basement. At first, the noises were faint, slow thuds and scraping sounds that she assumed were probably rats moving around in the walls. Curious but slightly nervous, she grabbed her phone and started recording. Take a look. As she approached one of the old basement doors, something suddenly moved on the other side. Without warning, the door handle began jerking violently, as if someone was desperately trying to open it. The terrifying part is that the door doesn't lead anywhere. It's completely sealed against a solid wall from both sides. There is no room behind it, and no way anyone could be there. Realizing something unexplainable might be happening, she quickly backed away and left the basement.
So these are the steps that lead out. I don't know what that is, but if you look, it's been sealed from the inside and the outside.
Unsure what or who was pulling that handle from the darkness. A man named Brian was sitting in his living room, recording a simple video about enjoying life and listening to music. Everything seemed normal at first, but in the middle of filming, something strange caught caught his attention on his phone screen.
Yes, buddy. I might pull up. Here the 5-star restaurant order, man. I'm so soon.
Right?
I think the bitch here. I won't put it before my loot. I'm fresh off the eyes.
There's nothing there, but on the phone it looks like there's a
Bitch too. I be like it pissy too. If I like it, I'm
Let me take this off.
see that bitch finer than my crew. If I don't like it, then I'm gonna fools I call to put that bitch on mute. If I don't like it, then I'm gonna fools I call to put that bitch on smooth. Bitch, I make my call.
Oh my God, there's nothing there. What the?
The only way she come to my room. If you pay for a hit, don't never call my
Hello?
Check the news.
What the? Oh. Can y'all see it? No, run. Oh my God, I see her shadow. There's something at the window. There's something. I'm gonna turn on the lights now. I don't want to play. There's something at the window. Put this down. There's something at the window. Hello? But there's nothing there when I show. Shit! Why are they making my light freeze? My life is freezing. There's literally something there. Bloody Mary.
When he looked at the wall directly, there was nothing there. But through his phone's camera, a dark, shadowy shape appeared near the window. Confused and frightened, Brian tried to show the area to the camera, yet the figure only seemed visible on the phone screen. The more he looked, the more unsettling it became. Brian started to panic, convinced something was standing near the window. He quickly turned on the lights, hoping it would disappear. But when he reviewed the footage later, viewers noticed something even more disturbing. A faint, hand-shaped shadow and a figure slowly forming near the wall. Brian insists he was completely alone that night, leaving many people wondering what his phone camera actually captured.
In August 2025, a security camera inside a motorcycle dealership in Thailand captured something mysterious and frightening. In the footage, a female employee can be seen sitting inside the shop, waiting for potential customers. Everything seems normal until suddenly something strange happens. Suddenly, the door opened by itself. The woman stands up and walks toward the entrance and began talking to an invisible customer that only she can see. Moments later, her co-workers notice what's happening and rush toward her, trying to tell her that there is no one in front of her. Suddenly, she collapsed. Later, the woman claims that she clearly saw a man walk into the store. He was asking about a motorcycle, just like any normal customer. But as soon as her co-workers approached, the man vanished into thin air. At that moment, she panicked and collapsed. So what really happened here? Was it a hallucination or something far more disturbing?
Urbex Hill is a YouTuber known for exploring abandoned and forgotten places, but his recent investigations left even him shaken.
What's that?
During one visit to an old deserted factory, everything felt normal at first. As he moved deeper inside, the silence became overwhelming. Suddenly, faint noises echoed through the halls.
What Hello? 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 Nobody's in there.
And you can clearly see objects moving on their own. Watching this, the explorer becomes extremely frightened. When he called out, there was no response. Yet the feeling of being watched grew stronger. But nothing compares to what happened during his latest exploration inside an abandoned church. The moment he stepped in, the atmosphere completely changed. His camera captured strange sounds and unexplained movements. You can clearly see a dark presence lingering near the staircase. Urbex Hill later admitted that this was one of the few times he felt genuine fear while exploring. Whatever was hiding in that church didn't want him there. So what do you think? Was it just imagination or something far more disturbing?
Around 3 p.m., a woman named Bonita was home alone while her husband was at work. As she sat watching TV in the living room, she suddenly heard a loud, terrifying noise coming from the kitchen. At that exact moment, the kitchen's security camera captured something chilling, something she couldn't explain. Suddenly, the stove shook uncontrollably before lifting up and crashing down. But just seconds before, a dark, semi-transparent figure had passed quickly on the opposite side. Bonita insists that even if the stove had malfunctioned, there is no way it could have shaken like that on its own. Because of this, many believe that an unseen, invisible entity may have been responsible for destroying it, and the mysterious figure that appeared might be related to what happened. So, what do you think? A woman named Courtney recently posted videos of strange and terrifying things happening inside her home that she couldn't explain. The story began on an ordinary day. When Courtney was sitting in her living room, suddenly she noticed her baby's car seat started moving on its own. Shocked, she quickly grabbed her phone and began recording.
Literally nothing here. My baby is sleeping. I don't have a remote. It just did its own thing.
Even the dog seemed terrified, behaving strangely, as if it could see something invisible. But that wasn't all. Just a few days later, while Courtney was folding laundry and listening to her favorite podcast, something happened that left her completely terrified. Let's watch the footage.
I'm just gonna give this one lady a chance. We'll see how it goes.
And we drive there, it's 2.5 hours away, and it looked exactly like my vision. And immediately in my heart, like I cannot explain the feeling in my heart, like it just felt warm, and I'm like, this is it, like this is my vision. And you guys are like, wow, this sounds like such an amazing story. God is good, God is great, He is all the time, but there's more to it. And this is just, wow, looking back, I'm like, God really, He just loves us so much. But so I secured that wedding venue, it's great, everything's good to go, I signed the papers, I called Drew, he was like in the thick of PA school at the time, and so he could have toured with me, he had a test that day, and I was like, this is it, this is my vision. And so fast forward to the wedding day. Fast forward to the wedding week. The entire the wedding, it says it's going to pour down, storm down that whole week. Not only that, it's going to be hot.
The dog started staring at the door and growling. Then it began walking slowly towards the door, as if afraid of something, before finally leaving. Suddenly, a baby bottle moved and was thrown towards Courtney. At that moment, she panicked, grabbed her daughter, and ran out of the room. After everything that happened, Courtney became convinced that her house might be haunted, and now she's seriously considering moving somewhere else. So, what do you think?
Three days after moving to Columbus, TikTok user Kumo Wicks decided to explore a strange community building nearby. The place had once been an old church, and curiosity led Kumo and a few friends to wander inside late at night. At first, everything seemed quiet and empty, but that quickly changed when they noticed something unusual floating down the hallway. Take a look.
Here.
Bear, explain this, man.
It was in the rafters, on the other side of the building.
You guys see the force on that?
Yeah, you know, troll. It's 3 o'clock.
Bro, watch that.
Nah.
Watch. Watch the force it has.
A single balloon drifted slowly through the corridor. At first, it didn't seem that strange, but the way it moved felt odd. It wasn't bouncing around randomly like a normal balloon caught in a draft. Instead, it glided smoothly, almost as if it had a direction. Curious and a little uneasy, the group followed it as it floated toward the basement.
Okay, we might have got it correct. Is it cold?
I'm currently even coming out of it.
Why is it going so fast then?
Move,
But there's
move.
no air in that. Oh, dude, what the? Why? There's no air for Achilles. We're kind of like split here, dude. Bear.
I'm looking. I'm watching.
Downstairs, they found an electrical box with a small fan running nearby. One of them suggested the fan might be pushing the balloon along, but when they checked, the airflow was barely noticeable. Strangely, the balloon suddenly picked up speed and continued moving deeper into the building. Then things became even more unsettling. Another balloon appeared upstairs, drifting through the main hall before slowly descending toward the basement as well.
Come join us, or are you gonna go downstairs? Goodbye. Say goodbye, knock on wood.
This time is going to the gym, like you said it is. You said the gym doors are open. Why are all those lights? See, that fake shadow that was there earlier is gone.
It eventually floated into a small gym room and hovered there briefly, almost as if it had reached its destination. The building's history as an old church made the entire moment feel even more eerie. Maybe it was just airflow playing tricks on them, or maybe something unseen was guiding those balloons through the halls.
If you like. A woman named Jacqueline moved into a new house with her daughter, but after just 1 month, specifically in August 2025, something terrifying was captured by the home's security cameras. On that day, while Jacqueline was taking a shower on the second floor, her daughter was downstairs in the kitchen. Suddenly, something happened.
Time blowing off steam. But now at the casino, she's playing to avenge Paul's death. She lures Victor into a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands just to see what his tendencies are. But then she goes for the throat.
Within 4 hours, Sally has cleaned Victor out, winning the entire $100,000.
Frequently in a poker game like this, because stakes are so high, emotions are so high, often these disputes are carried away from the poker table. You would become so angry that you would act out violently.
Instead of just leaving the game this time, Sally's scared.
The girl felt something grab her arm. Terrified, she immediately ran upstairs to her mother. Jacqueline says her daughter was completely terrified and told her she felt something grab her arm tightly. When Jacqueline looked, she noticed a red mark on her daughter's arm. Without hesitation, Jacqueline went to review the security camera footage and was horrified to see objects moving and throwing on their own directly toward her daughter.
To a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands.
$100,000.
So what do you think? Was this something truly supernatural, or is there another explanation behind these disturbing events? A woman named Morgan owns a bakery in Virginia. For years, she has been sharing videos of terrifying things happening inside her bakery, captured by security cameras. And these things are still occurring to this day. Many might say that objects moving or falling on their own could be staged or pulled by strings. However, the footage we're about to show is completely different and seem very real. Morgan says she always finds a plastic bowls that's shaped like a spider web in places where they shouldn't be in. This made her suspect they were somehow connected to the unexplained events. Hoping to put an end to it all, she decided to get rid of all the plastic bowls. However, a few days later, Morgan notices a spider web bowl laying on the couch where all the customers sit. Shocked, she reviewed the security footage to see how the bowl had got there. But what she saw was beyond terrifying and completely unexplainable. It appears as if the bowl had morphed out of a painting inside their shop. Watch the video and look closely. Morgan was horrified after watching the recording. It looks as if the bowl came out of the painting. Morgan now believes that a hidden entity residing in the bakery may be attempt to get back at her for throwing the bowls away. But that wasn't the only incident. Another security camera captured a similar, unexplained event. Like before, the camera captured something comes out of a painting. But this time, Morgan claims that what fell onto the floor was a small plastic skeleton. However, when you look closely, it actually looks like a soda bottle coming out of the painting. Morgan shared the video in hopes that someone could explain what's really happening inside her bakery. So, what do you think is going on here?